My partner always asks for money, and when I refuse, they make me feel guilty like I'm a bad partner. Meanwhile, they spend recklessly on themselves, but still expect me to cover everything. How can I tell if this is financial abuse, and what are other signs I could be looking for?
So I would already say, just in this example, that is financial abuse because finances are a huge weapon that narcissists use. And the one of the first things in this question is when I refuse, they make me feel guilty that I'm a bad partner. I don't know if you're familiar with the Darvo, I can't think of the word for it, but where it's deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. That's what's happening there, right? They're denying that they're doing anything wrong. They're attacking the person who, the victim, and then they're reversing oh, you're the attacker now. Like you're not even being a good partner. And they shift it. And they do that a lot with financial abuse. They do that a lot with a lot of things, but they tend to do it a lot with financial abuse, because they know money is kind of a necessity, right? And some narcissists are worse with this than others. This also falls under coercive control, which is starting to become more recognized as the form of abuse. And the UK, I believe, has made it actually a crime, which is amazing. I think there's maybe a couple states in the US that have done the same, but it's definitely not a national thing yet, and it's definitely not something that's widely understood. But to go back to other signs that it might be, financial abuse, dictating how finances are used, right? If there's one person in the relationship that says yes or no for something, and just like with narcissism in general, you want to not look at just one thing. You don't want to look at, oh, this person was rude to me, so they're a narcissist, or this person told me you know, couldn't buy a $300,000 car, so they're mean to me, right? So they're financially abusing me. Don't look at one thing. Looking at narcissism as a whole, looking at their behaviors as a whole, it really has to be more than one behavior at one off day, right? And similarly with financial abuse. So is there always one person who's dictating how finances are used? And it doesn't matter what the need is. If the person says no, it's a no. Um, Also, lack of transparency is huge. So if there is one person who is hiding a lot of the finances, who doesn't allow you to even ask questions about how finances are used, if it's someone who you're noticing kind of like they're getting phone calls, or they have super nice things that you don't know where they were able to, afford them. Um, are they, spending money and you don't know where the money's going and they're not willing to have a conversation with you about it? That lack of transparency is a red flag. Um, this is a huge one, and this is really a coercive control aspect of financial abuse, is isolation from financial resources. Are they, is the narcissist controlling you in such a way where they don't allow you to work? If they do allow you to work, they expect your paycheck to go into their account that you don't have access to. They don't allow you to better yourself so that you can be able to support yourself financially, where they want you to, they want you to only rely on them. Sometimes this really initially comes across as, oh my gosh, they want to take care of me. Really, again, look at it as the whole picture, not just one thing, because there are some really good people out there that really just want to take care of other people and don't want somebody to worry about finances. Sure, fine. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. What I'm saying is that if there's someone who is approaching you with the, I don't want you to go to school, I don't want you to better yourself, I don't want you to have your own bank account, I don't want you to work. Is it because they want to take care of you, or is it because it is another way that they can control you? Because if you don't have finances, you have much less likelihood of being able to move out, get help, get an attorney, whatever the case may be, right? Pay for your car to be able to have transportation. Finances are such a huge piece that narcissists weaponize, to keep victims under their control. Another sign is manipulation. Are they mismanaging? Are they intentionally just doing whatever they want, even though they know daycare hasn't been paid for, or the mortgage hasn't been paid for, or the car payment still is due, or the water is about to be turned off and they're still going out doing whatever they want. And then also making bad choices. Another coercion type thing is narcissists will make bad choices so that the victims are impacted negatively. Like they will run up your credit card so that you have a low credit score, so that you can't get, an apartment or a car or a way to get away from them. So those are some of the really big red flags. Another one is, and this is really something they hide, is taking out debt in your name. Very financially abusive. And a lot of times it's done under, in secrecy and you don't find out about it in time, but that's another huge red flag.